Probably gonna dance to this.
Yeah.
They might.
Yeah.
You know.
Is you ready for me? Is you ready for me? Is you ready for me? Is you ready for me?
This ass gon' go, baby.
Spotless.
It's your boy,
Check it.
Keith.
Check it.
Yeah.
Is you ready for me? Is you ready for me? This ass gon' go right here. Yeah. Line 'em up. Yo. I pull up in a throwback car, gray 7-8 with the top that's hard. I'm finna paint it back, send it on black tires. Fuck a backseat, got its own backyard. Niggas act hard, try to put a Mac card. Stunt in front of they dame, they playin' back far. Cause they get their ass kicked in front of they chick. And the niggas that they was with dip. Ain't that a bitch? Young Keys flow under the weather. Come through something real big under the leather. Lil' mama, get your mind out the gutter. I'm talking about that 9, motherfucker. I grind like a hustler. CDs, tapes, the weed, whatever the case may be. I chase that cheese and never ever face Lil' P. Now watch how I lace Lil' B. Here we go. Niggas know what's up. Sick flow, sick beats, finna blow us up. Thick hoes, thick freaks, finna blow us up. Hit dro, hit sweets, niggas know what's up.
Can't hold me down.
Niggas know what's up.
My click is down.
Niggas know what's up.
Can't hold me down.
Niggas know what's up.
My click is down.
Yeah. I pull up with a throwback dime. She say she 25, she at least 29. But man, them hips on her, lips on her, finna let it rip on her, flip on her, then dip on her. This is for them classy chicks, them undercover nasty chicks, them trashy chicks. Ain't scared to.
What's good? What's good? What's good, everybody? What's good? It's your boy. We're back for another one. I hope so. To make sure audio's working. All right, y'all. We up and rolling. What's good, y'all? Good to be back. Good to be back. Big fight coming up this weekend, man. Big fight. Keith Thurman versus Mario Barrios. Keith Thurman's finally making his return to the boxing ring after his crushing defeat to Manny Pacquiao over almost 3 years ago, man. And since we last saw Keith one-time Thurman in a boxing ring, and he's looking to make a splash. He's thinking he's gonna come back. Yo, Ryan Lamb, my man, always in the building. What's good with you, bro? Appreciate you for coming through, man. Sorry for I had to take a vacation, man. Take a couple of days off, man. I was tired. Had to take care of some things, but we're back. Big fight this weekend, Ryan. Who you got? Bruce Lee, what's up? What's good with you, Bruce Lee? What's up? Who you got, Bruce Lee? Who you got, Ryan? Who y'all riding with this weekend? So, Keith Thurman, man. It's been 3 years since we saw Thurman in the boxing ring. Almost about 3 years. And the last time we did see him in the ring, he didn't look good, you know. Me being a Pacquiao fan, I was happy with the outcome of his last fight. You know, Pacquiao won. He looked great. Scored a knockdown. But if you're a Thurman fan, I think you would have had the opposite reaction. You might have been disappointed. Thurman had a lot of upside. A lot of people thought Thurman was going to be the guy to retire Pacquiao. It ultimately ended up being Udenis Ugas out of left field. You know, Ugas being one of those fighters, a lot of people didn't see coming. But a lot of people felt like Thurman would be the guy to take Pacquiao out. They thought his size, Pacquiao's age, and the upside that Thurman had. You know, a lot of people wanted Thurman to take on guys like Crawford and Spence. And, Pacquiao threw a huge monkey wrench in those plans. And for 3 years, we haven't seen Keith Thurman in a boxing ring. So what version of Keith Thurman is coming back to the sport? Well, one thing we know, he no longer has his trademark braids anymore. He cut his hair. He said it's a rebirth. He's trying to restart his career, get things rolling in a new direction, and he felt like cutting his hair down was a show of symbolism or something. Sorry, you guys, or something to that accord, and I guess at that moment he felt like that was the right thing to do, and he cut his hair off, and now we have a bald Thurman. He's not bald, but he no longer has the trademark hair. So are we going to get a new Keith Thurman? Is this a better version of Thurman? Can this Thurman ultimately do what the first version of Thurman couldn't, which is unified titles? Can he come in and make a splash, take on the Earl Spencers and the Terrence Crawfords of the world, and be that third guy? The welterweight division is devoid of superstars at the Moshanti. What's good? Is devoid of superstars besides Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford. You know, we had the Manny Pacquiaos, we had the Sean Porters, you know, we had the Kell Brooks, we had the Danny Garcia. Those guys, you know, Danny and them, they can still make a splash, but they got to rebuild themselves. So, you know, the superstar names, you know, they're fading away. There's only two left. And Thurman wants to be that third guy. You know, now we do got the young guns coming up. We got the Virgil Ortizes. We got the Boots Ennis. Once again, we got the Boots Ennis. We got Boots Ennis. He is a young fighter that's going to be making a big splash here over the next year to year and a half. But for now, the guys who want to make their names are the Thurmans of the world, the Crawfords, you know, the Spence. Maybe the Danny's going to make a comeback this year. Maybe Mikey Garcia make some moves this year. Definitely Boots Ennis is going to be making moves, but he's not a superstar name. So Keith Thurman wants to be mentioned amongst the Terrence Crawfords and the Earl Spence Juniors of the world. And this next fight, it could clear up a lot of question marks that a lot of people have had over the past 3 years, basically. You know, 2.5, 3 years since we saw Thurman take on Pacquiao all that time ago, and Pacquiao just destroy him. Thurman looks like a new fighter. He says he's been in the gym. He's been working hard, cardio, weight training, sparring rounds, doing all the necessary things to become a better boxer. And, you know, even though he cut his hair, we still have the same loudmouth Keith Thurman. He's still the same guy. He hasn't changed. He still got his stories and his weird way of carrying himself. I'm not sure if he's still sitting in the middle of, excuse me. I'm not sure if he's still sitting in the middle of flower-covered fields, getting choked out and playing the flute. But he's still the same live wire he was before the Pacquiao fight. Before I move on, I'm going to answer a few of these comments. We got about 4 or 5 people in here. Hit that like button as y'all come through. Subscribe. It's been a while, y'all, man. It's been a long week. Definitely drop me a comment. Let me know who y'all got in this fight, who you going for, who you think gonna win. Could we see an upset? Could there be an upset alert this weekend? What are y'all saying? Ryan Lamb says, I got Thurman by KO, 11th round. Interesting. Why the 11th round, Ryan? Why are you picking the 11th? You think Thurman is going to walk him down to the 11th and by then he'll have tired him out? I will say one thing. Excuse me, y'all. Every time I get on here, my voice wants to start playing games. I will say one thing about Thurman is I think his size could possibly give Barrios some problems. Barrios is coming up in weight. This will be his first fight at 147. I'm not saying he's not a big body and his body can't carry the weight, but It's one thing to be able to carry the weight. It's another thing to be able to fight at that weight. It's another thing to be fighting at that weight for the first time. And Barrios is taking on all three of these. Uh, Hopefully, it'll be a similar situation with Josh Taylor here in a few weeks when he has his fight. You know, he's looking to make his way up to 147 after his next fight. But Barrios, I think the weight difference might be the key to victory in this fight for Thurman. Thurman is a very big welterweight, and he has the ability to balloon up. Uh, he has the ability to balloon up probably to like a 154 after he rehydrates. So it's gonna give Barrios. I didn't see the weigh in, but Barrios is a big body, so I didn't see the weigh in to compare how they both look this far in the training. But interesting, if you're saying Barrios looks bigger than Thurman, it might be the reason why he moved up in weight. He just couldn't hold his weight at 140 anymore. But hey, it's gonna be if he's bigger, that makes a new dynamic. Because I was gonna say that I think Thurman's size might, and it still could play a huge role in the fight. Because like I was gonna say, Thurman has the ability to balloon up to 154 because of his body size. But maybe Barrios does too if he's looking bigger than Thurman. Perhaps he has that ability too. So maybe Thurman won't be able to gas him and lean on him and work him, work gassing him out into his favor. Maybe it's gonna be interesting to see, now that you said that, because I didn't like I said, I haven't seen the weigh in yet. Let me see. Sean T, his hair was getting too thin. Keep it one. Hey, you know what? I did notice that, Sean T. I'm gonna play a video here in a second, but I noticed when I was watching the video, I'm like, man, his hair looks thin on the top. I wonder if that's why he cut it off, or did he really cut it because he lost? But it did. And some people's hair, if it isn't if it's not a lot of hair, it don't look thick. So if it's not, he had his hair braided or either it was in a ponytail most of the time. So you couldn't really notice how thin it was when it was long, or if it was even thin at all. So some people's hair is just like that, man. Mine's is real like that. It's like it gets to be. It looks thin when it starts growing. But if I take it back a little bit, then it looks super thick, which is weird. Let's see what y'all saying. Shanti, we lost a good brother in YouTube boxing. Rest in paradise, Kurt Sugar. Kurt Sugar. I've heard that name. I don't know who that is though. Who was he running? Hold on, we had a little skippage, man. We having an ice storm here. So y'all gotta bear with me. The stream might go in and out. Kurt Sugar, rest in peace. Does he have a YouTube channel, Sean T? I'm gonna have to look him up, man. But rest in peace, man. I'm sorry to hear about that, bro. There's a lot of people, man. A lot of people. 2020, 2021, it ain't no different. A lot of people losing their life, man. These past 2 years, it's sad. Ryan, he won't be able to handle Thurman's power. We gotta see. We gotta see if he can take a punch. We know he couldn't take who'd he fight? Who knocked him? Was it was it Javante Davis who knocked him out? Knocked him out in Santa Cruz. So if he couldn't take punches at the lower weights, I don't think he can take them at the higher weights. He looks like a quick fighter though. Moves good on his feet, got quick hands. Got quick hands. I'm not sure if he has a lot of power though. For him coming up, Mr. Funny Man, for him coming up to 147, it's gonna be interesting to see. bro, you got to see the face off. You know, I saw the face off, but I didn't really pay attention to the size difference, to be honest with you. I saw some pictures of the face off. I'm going to go look it up real fast. I just didn't pay no attention to the size difference. I just assumed when I was looking at the picture that, you know, I'm just looking at Thurman. He's always the bigger guy, so it didn't even cross my mind to look at the face off pictures that deeply. Let me see if I can find them real fast. Thurman Barrios face off. What's good with everybody? Hit that like button as y'all come through. As y'all come through, hit the like button. I appreciate it. Okay, here we go. Here. Oh, okay. Hold on. Okay, I'm seeing something. I'm seeing some pictures now. Here they go. Where they go? Ah, you right. He's right. See if I can't bring this up real quick. Won't let me enlarge it. Hold on. Hold on, give me a second. Why is it doing that? Hate this phone sometimes. What's good? What's good with everybody? Give me a second. Give me a second here. Give me a second. I'm trying to do something. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Turn this down just a little bit so the glare go away. Sure, these phones, man, they got too many stupid options, man. Every time you try to do something, they want to do something else. All right, here we go. Thurman Barrios face off. Let's see if we can even pick that up. As you can see, Barrios does look taller, maybe about an inch and a half taller than Thurman. I don't know if you can actually see that, but he definitely does look taller than Keith Thurman. And he looks bulkier, like a wider body, more wide body than Keith Thurman. So, who's bullying who? Now, am I wrong? Didn't Gervonta Davis beat Mario Barrios? Didn't he knock Barrios out? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? I know he knocked out Santa Cruz. He beat Santa Cruz. But I can swear him down, and I missed that fight. I missed one of Gervonta Davis's last two fights. I missed his last two fights. So the last fight I saw was Davis Santa Cruz. But if I'm not mistaken, I believe Davis beat Barrios. But maybe that was at a lower weight. But definitely at 140, at 147, he looks solid. He looks big. He's definitely bigger than Keith Thurman and much bigger. I mean, his body looks big. So Tank knocked Barrios out. Yeah, that's what I thought. And he didn't look. You know what's funny? He didn't look that much bigger than Tank. If I can remember the fight correctly, he didn't look that much big. But maybe I'm thinking of the Santa Cruz fight, because I think the Barrios fight is the one I missed. I saw the Santa Cruz fight. I think I missed the Barrios fight. So maybe I didn't get to see the size difference in those two. So when you look at Thurman though next to Barrios, you can definitely see a size difference. There is a big time difference. Bro, you gotta see. He used to be on Blue Bloods channel a lot. Kurt Sugar. I've definitely heard that name. Maybe I think Caps and Full G might have mentioned him. I think Caps. I've heard Caps talk about him before. Mr. Funny Man, what's up? What's up, my friend? Thurman beat that boy also Tank. Okay. He learned too much from Pacquiao. He is the next Canelo. Welterweight like Canelo lost to Mayweather. Tank knocked Barrios. Okay. Davis stopped Barrios. Barrios was a lot bigger than Tank. Thurman is king of welterweights. You know what? Thurman's a big guy. I thought he was a big guy until you see Barrios. it's gonna be interesting. This fight's gonna be real interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting to see if Thurman still got it. If Thurman, can deal with the size of Barrios. He definitely couldn't deal with the speed of Pacquiao. And it's weird because when you watch this Barrios footage, I'm gonna show her in a second. Barrios is really quick, and I guess it didn't dawn on me that he was that big as I'm watching the footage. Like I said, when I saw the face-off pictures earlier, I didn't really pay attention to how much bigger Barrios was than Thurman. I just kind of glanced at the picture and moved on. So it's going to be interesting to see if Thurman, because I feel like the pandemic, it's going to take a lot of fighters down, and them layoffs really going to take a lot of fighters down. And I think Keith Thurman might be the next victim of that, or he might well have a great showing coming back. Because the one thing I'm gonna say about Barrios is he's obviously susceptible to a good punch. Because Davis put him down and out, and Davis is not a Keith Thurman, and definitely doesn't have the power of Keith Thurman. Now, can Barrios stay away from him long enough to maybe gas Thurman out? It's something we're gonna have to see. Shanti Barrios was a lot bigger than Tank. Okay, I said that. Bentley, what's good? Thurman going to cook that boy and then go after Spence for ducking Pacquiao. Interesting. We got to see. I hope somebody gets Spence, man. He definitely did duck Pacquiao. I agree with that, man. I don't like the way they did Pacquiao at the end of his career, man. That was real bogus. Who you got, Bentley? Who you think gonna win this fight? To be honest with you guys, let me break it down real quick. This fight, how do I see it ending? I think, but all boxers 2-year layoff lost Pacquiao, Mikey Garcia, Russell, possibly Thurman. Yeah, definitely. And you forgot one, Sean Porter. He was out for almost a year when he fought Terrence Crawford. So add him in there as well. Another victim of that. But who do I think is gonna win? I think Barrios is gonna have a good showing. I think he's gonna have a good showing. I think Thurman's gonna start off slow. Barrios is gonna come in quick. Guns are blazing, and he's gonna catch Thurman with some good shots earlier. He might not knock him down, but I think he'll catch Thurman with some good shots that Thurman, because he's been laid off for so long, isn't going to be prepared for. And then I think later in the fight, 4th, 5th, 6th round, you'll see Thurman, revert back to the old Thurman and start to sit down on his punches, throw more combinations, move around a lot more. And like Ryan Lamb said, I think around the 9th or 10th round, you might see Barrios gas because it's his first welterweight match. We don't know how he's going to carry that weight. He is a lot bigger than Thurman. So it's going to be interesting to see how that size affects him, how that size affects Thurman, and I think Thurman will ultimately get him in the later rounds. I don't, because of the size, it might not be a knockout. If he does knock him out, it's gonna have to be a good body shot. And I think he might be able to land some good body shots on Barrios. But I'm a favor Thurman to edge it out in the point department. But let's not put. That's only if Barrios doesn't land a big shot before the 7th round. I think if Thurman makes it to the 7th round without getting floored, without getting knocked to the floor, I think he's gonna win. But I think if Barrios lands some really good shots in between the 1st and the 7th round, it's gonna be a long night for Thurman. Sean, Spence never ducked Pacquiao. That's untrue. Bentley, look when Thurman came off a layoff and fought Josecito Lopez. That was to show a little ring rust, but came back in later rounds. Crazy style. I saw that fight. Yeah, he looked good in that fight. Mr. Funny Man, Spence duck Pacquiao. We know that. Fake injuries, Earl duck Spence. Earl the duck Spence. Who guys beat the heck out of Pacquiao out of Manny. So if he Earl duck Manny, why would he be willing to fight you guys for much less money? Make it make sense. It is what it is, man. We're gonna leave that fight alone. Hey, y'all check his video out that I made about Thurman. For a second, I'm catching my breath, and we'll be right back.
People can say what they want to say about Keith Thurman.
His body styles. Good count. His body styles. Good count.
Unless if you come to St. Pete Boxing, unless you've been to Florida, unless if you actually know something about me, then you don't know anything about me.
His body styles. Good count. His body styles. Good count.
And this is my life. This is what I do. This is my passion.
Keys, nice speed. Hold up, stay fitted. Hold up, stay fitted. Hold up.
Was a rock by body.
This is my passion. So it's going to start off shoulder strength, a little bit of leg strength, a little bit of arm strength again with some cardio and some squats. That's closer to full body. Then we're going to hit the core with 2 exercises. Then we're going to jump over here. And the next 3 stations are going to be cardio based.
His body styles. Good count.
Was a rock by body.
This is my passion. Mountain climbers. I know we're climbing something. Mountain climbers, and then Versa climber, and then the step up, and that's going to end the session. This is my passion.
Was a rock by body.
Keith Thurman, since the age of 7, has only had one job in life, and that's boxing. This is where I put my blood, my sweat, my tears. This is why I wear red, white, and blue every time I fight. Boxing is my American dream come true.
I didn't just feel like I let myself down. I felt like I let Ben Getty down. And for those who don't know who Ben Getty is, he was the man who trained me from the age of 7 to the age of 20 when he passed away.
This is my passion.
When you see Keith Thurman, you can go back and watch some of my fights. You'll see Ben Getty on my trunks.
This is my passion.
By the time I was 14, 15 years old, he said, you are going to be champion of the world.
This is my passion.
I let this man down. He sacrificed 13 years of his life for me to be the champion that I become. And that was a moment, a pinnacle moment in my career. And to fall that short should have been a moment of glory. It was painful.
Was a rock by body.
This is my passion.
This is my presidential campaign, baby. I am back. Keith one-time Thurman is back. The welterweight division is back. Because without me, it's been whack. This is my presidential campaign, baby. I am back. Keith one-time Thurman is back. The welterweight division is back. Because without me, it's been whack.
This is my passion. Being on Fox Network is my American dream come true. Entertaining the fans, getting criticism from all those other people, all that clickbait material is my dream come true. So I don't hate on the haters. I appreciate that they still have time to talk about me, I appreciate that they doubt me, because your doubt motivates me. I do this for you. I do this for me. I do this like Martin Luther King because I'm living a dream.
All right, y'all. So after watching that, if you don't feel inspired, at least by what Keith Thurman is saying, then you don't know boxing. No, I'm just playing. But Thurman, I think Thurman, he looks inspired. Thurman looks like he's ready to make a comeback. Barrios definitely, I think, watching some of that foot, he's a puncher, man, and Thurman's going to have to be careful. We did see Pacquiao put him down. He's going to have to be careful not to get caught with something, solid early, and not get caught up in a brawl with Barrios. He's gonna have to fight a good fight, man, a technical fight, and not try to outwar him, but try to outpoint him. Manny, Mr. Funny Man says because Pac training to fight Spence, not Ugas. Pac spirit lost after heard Spence injuries. After heard about Spence's injuries, I feel the same way. I think Pacquiao lost his spirit after that. I don't think Pacquiao really was in it. I don't think he was in it to win it after that. I think he felt like he might have got effed over in the situation. So I kind of agree with that. I agree with that really 100%. Mr. Blaine, Pac-Man not inspired to fight anymore after Spence injuries. Bentley, he a champ. He a champ. Personally, man, I think Thurman's in for a long fight, man. I think the layoff might hurt Thurman, man. I think it might not help him; it might hurt him. Even though it could possibly, he seems inspired to fight, but Sean Porter seemed inspired to fight before the Crawford fight. But when he got in the ring, his body just wasn't doing what his mind, I think, might have thought that he could do, and ultimately he lost out to Terrence Crawford. And I think there's a possibility that might happen to Keith Thurman as well. If Barrios can come in and not make any mistakes and fight the good fight, use that size and that that weight advantage, that weight to his advantage, and possibly shock Thurman, with something big, similar to how Pacquiao shocked Thurman, and similar to how Kambosa shocked Teofimo. We could possibly see an upset this weekend. It's going to be a big fight, man. This is definitely going to be a big fight. I'm not a huge Thurman fan. I did like what I seen him do in the like he mentioned earlier when he took on why can't I remember his name now? Josecito Lopez. When he fought Josecito, it was a good fight. When he fought Pacquiao, it was a good fight. But I think Pacquiao is just on another level, man. When it comes to a fighter like Thurman, I don't think he was ready. I think he was very overconfident when it came to that Pacquiao fight. And he might end up being overconfident when it comes to this Barrios fight as well if he's not careful. If he doesn't go into this realizing he's been out for a very long time, and Barrios has been out here, doing his thing, fighting, staying active, and pursuing his dream. And Thurman, he might be coming back at the wrong time with the wrong fighter. Mr. Funny, I heard Pac have never have exhibition to Floyd this year basketball. I heard that earlier this year, man, they were going to play basketball, but I haven't heard nothing about it since then, so I don't know how true that is. Pac wants Allen Iverson to his team. That would be interesting if he can get a celebrity basketball player to go over to the Philippines. Are you in the Philippines, Mr. Funny Man? Are you actually in the Philippines? Is Manny still playing? If you are, is Manny Pacquiao still playing basketball over there? Like, is he still on the basketball team now that he's running for president, or did he give up? Did he give up on the basketball? Mr. Funny Man that says for presidential campaign. That would be interesting if he can't get him in the ring, beat him on the court. I think it would be a good game. I think it would come down to who's the better jump shooter. I think, and I've seen both of them take jump shots. I think Floyd would have to be able to get to the basket on Pacquiao, because I definitely know Pacquiao. He can drive. He can drive the lane and create a shot. I've seen him do it, and he has a jump shot. So I think that it would depend on Floyd's defense. And I hate to say it, it would be a basketball game of offense versus defense. Because I've never really saw Pacquiao play defense, and I never saw Floyd really play defense. I've seen Floyd on offense before, but I've never seen Floyd on defense. So if you compare both of them's offense on the basketball court, I would have to say Pacquiao's a little bit better because he can. I have seen Pacquiao drive the lane and score, and I've seen Pacquiao shoot jumpers and score. I've never seen Floyd drive the lane and score, but I have seen him shoot a couple of jumpers. Not real long jumpers, but, a few decent jumpers. Not to the level of Pacquiao, though. So I would have to favor Pacquiao by at least 5 points in that if they ever got on the basketball court. And I doubt Mayweather would ever do it because he don't want to take no losses, and I think Pacquiao could beat him. He would beat him in the ring, in the rematch, and on the basketball court. Let's see what y'all saying. Okay, I think we done went through all the comments. Appreciate everybody for coming through. If you ain't hit the like button, man, so far, hit the like button. Definitely going to be covering this fight this weekend, man, so y'all tune in. I don't know how long I'm going to stay on here tonight. Kind of hungry. Voice is dipping in and out. But definitely going to be covering this fight this weekend, man. It's going to be a big fight weekend. Only reason I haven't been on the past couple of days, other than some personal stuff that I was trying to take care of. But, man, watching these Louisville games, man, it had me messed up. Louisville just been getting their butt whooped the past couple of games, man, and it's been hard to watch and hard to, accept as a fan. So, it's that's the reason I ain't been on the past couple of days. But we're gonna be back on it tomorrow. Definitely fight night. If I don't come on tomorrow, definitely fight night. He always playing basketball, shooting. Okay, so you are in the Philippines, Mr. Funny Man. I know he always, says he's always going to work out with basketball, but I didn't know if he was still playing professional. Because I know he was playing on a professional team over, or his own professional team or something over in the Philippines. So that's why I was asking, really. But let me see what we're going to do now. All right, let me go ahead and break down this Barrios. Play this Thurman footage one more time, and then we're gonna break down this Barrios footage. Check that out one more time.
People can say what they want to say about Keith Thurman.
His body style is good count. His body style is good count.
Unless if you come to St. Pete Boxing, unless you've been to Florida, unless if you actually know something about me, then you don't know anything about me.
His body style is good count. His body style is good count.
And this is my life. This is what I do. This is my passion.
Nice speed. Hold up, stay fitted. Hold up, stay fitted. Hold up.
Was a rock. My body.
This is my passion. So it's going to start off shoulder strength, a little bit of leg strength, a little bit of arm strength again with some cardio and some squats. That's closer to full body. Then we're going to hit the core with 2 exercises. Then we're going to jump over here. And the next 3 stations are going to be cardio based.
His body style is good count.
Was a rock. My body.
This is my passion. Mountain climbers. I know we're climbing something. Mountain climbers, and then Versa climber, and then the step up, and that's going to end the session. This is my passion.
Was a rock. My body.
Keith Thurman, since the age of 7, has only had one job in life, and that's boxing. This is where I put my blood, my sweat, my tears. This is why I wear red, white, and blue every time I fight. Boxing is my American dream come true.
I didn't just feel like I let myself down. I felt like I let Ben Getty down. And for those who don't know who Ben Getty is, he was the man who trained me from the age of 7 to the age of 20 when he passed away.
This is my passion.
When you see Keith Thurman, you can go back and watch some of my fights. You'll see Ben Getty on my trunks.
This is my passion.
By the time I was 14, 15 years old, he said, you are going to be champion of the world.
This is my passion.
I let this man down. He sacrificed 13 years of his life for me to be the champion that I become. And that was a moment, a pinnacle moment in my career. And to fall that short should have been a moment of glory. It was painful.
Was a rock by Barrios.
This is my passion.
This is my presidential campaign, baby. I am back. Keith one-time Thurman is back. The welterweight division is back. Because without me, yo, it's been whack. This is my presidential campaign, baby. I am back. Keith one-time Thurman is back. The welterweight division is back. Because without me, yo, it's been whack.
This is my passion. Being on Fox Network is my American dream come true. Entertaining the fans, getting criticism from all those other people, all that clickbait material is my dream come true. So I don't hate on the haters. I appreciate that they still have time to talk about me, you know? I appreciate that they doubt me because your doubt motivates me. I do this for you. I do this for me. I do this like Martin Luther King because I'm living a dream.
All right, y'all. So let's break down Mario Barrios and his chances of beating Keith Thurman. Let's check out some of this Barrios footage real fast, man. You know, the one thing I noticed, you know, that I think is going to play in Barrios's favor is his hand speed is ridiculous. Like, he definitely has faster hands than Keith Thurman. Now, where Thurman can counteract that is having faster feet and being able to use his defense to stay away from Barrios's hands. But I definitely would say the hand speed is going to play in Mario Barrios's favor. Now, will the power carry over to 147, or will Keith Thurman's power ultimately be the thing that ends the night? That's going to be the interesting aspect of it all, you know. But Barrios, I think, you know, if he can land some big shots round 1 to round 7, Keith Thurman's definitely going to be in some trouble. Because I mean, just look at the quickness and hand speed. You know, it's you know, I can't say that, you know, it's Pacquiao like, but it's very quick. You know, and it's you know, it's similar to Pacquiao hand speed. Maybe not the way Pacquiao uses it to with the angles and the footwork and, you know, in that way, but he has combinations and he throws them really quickly. And we know that Keith Thurman couldn't handle Pacquiao's hand speed. Keith Thurman couldn't handle Pacquiao's footwork. Keith Thurman couldn't work with the angles. It took him about 6 rounds to get used to Pacquiao's style. And with Barrios being the bigger fighter, can Barrios land a big enough shot to, you know, to ultimately knock Thurman out? That's going to be the interesting thing, you know. Or will Thurman be able to absorb his shots because Barrios is not, you know, he's not built up as a 147 pound fighter yet. His punching power isn't carrying to 147. So there's a possibility that, you know, Thurman's not a little guy either. So he might be able to absorb, you know, Barrios's punches, being that he's coming up from 140. And this will be his first fight at 147. Perhaps his punching power hasn't developed to a 147 level yet. But definitely his hand speed is there. And that's going to be the thing, I think, that carries Barrios the whole night. Is like if he can't knock Thurman out, he can definitely outpoint Thurman just based off of looking at his, you know, at his hand speed. Just check out his hand speed. He can overwhelm you with the hand speed. And if Thurman's not able, you know, because of ring rust, to keep up with his hand speed by using foot speed, I definitely think it's going to be a long night for Keith Thurman. I definitely think Barrios could score the upset and possibly knock Thurman out. This is a dangerous fight for Keith Thurman. This isn't a walk in the park fight for Keith Thurman. Even though Barrios is coming up in weight, Barrios is not a 147-pound contender yet. He's a challenger. You know, he's only a challenger at this point. He's not, you know, he hasn't made a name there yet. So you would have to hang your hat on Thurman. But look at the hand speed, you know, and look at the way he uses the hand speed, and he has the size advantage. So the type of fight that Thurman's going to have to fight is going to have to be almost a perfect fight. He's going to have to stay using his jab. He's going to have to be moving around the ring a lot. And with, you know, he wasn't able to do that in the Pacquiao fight. So I'm really not sure how he pulls that off against a quick fighter with really quick hands and a bigger body than he has. I hate to say it, this could possibly be the last time we see Keith Thurman in a boxing ring after Saturday night. Barrios could be the guy to end his career, and it would be horrible for Thurman to have to end his career like that. And to a guy like Barrios, just, you know, Barrios is a great competitor, but Barrios is just now making a come up. So for a fighter like Thurman, who was once touted as the guy who was going to unify the welterweight division, that would be a horrible way for his career to end, man. And if Barrios puts him to sleep, definitely that's going to be the ending of Keith Thurman. I doubt we see Thurman again in a boxing ring if Barrios sleep. If Barrios happens to put him to sleep, I doubt we're going to see Thurman again. Does Barrios have that type of power, though? We have to wait till Saturday night and see what's ultimately going to happen. But I think the hand speed, round 1 to 6, is going to be interesting. The hand speed of Barrios is definitely going to play a role in the fight, and it's definitely going to give Keith Thurman trouble. And just base that off of what Thurman went through in the Pacquiao fight and Pacquiao's hand speed. So let me know what y'all think, man. I think I'm about to get off here, end it here for the night, get ready for tomorrow, be back on, get ready for this weekend, big fight. Mario Barrios versus Keith Thurman coming up this Saturday night, February 5th. It's on, man. It's on and popping, Biggie, man. I think final predictions, y'all drop me a comment. Let me know what y'all final predictions are. What y'all think about Barrios? Y'all see him right? Y'all see him right here. What do y'all think about him, man? Y'all think he can ultimately take Thurman out? You know, he could be that guy to end Thurman's career. Permanently. Pacquiao put him in retirement for 3 years. Barrios could ultimately end his career. Drop me a comment real fast. Let me know what y'all think about that. Who y'all riding with? We got about 5 or 6 people in here. Who you riding with? Hit that like button if you ain't hit that like button. I think we're gonna see a great fight. I think Thurman could possibly edge him out on points, but I think Barrios might land a big shot in this fight. Will that end the fight or not? I'm not sure. We just gotta wait and see. But I think Barrios is gonna land something pretty big in this fight that's gonna shake the fight and ultimately force Thurman to make a quick decision in this fight and show what he has left in the tank, man. You know, is he all hype at this point, or is he all fight at this point? We have to wait till this Saturday night to see. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. If y'all don't say nothing, it's your boy Cardinal Red, and we are out of here for now.
People can say what they want to say about Keith Thurman.
His body style is good count. His body style is good count.
Unless if you come to St. Pete Boxing, unless you've been to Florida, unless if you actually know something about me, then you don't know anything about me.
His body style is good count. His body style is good count.
And this is my life. This is what I do. This is my passion.
Keys, nice speed. Hold up, stay fitted. Hold up, stay fitted. Hold up.
Was a rock. My body.
This is my passion. So it's going to start off shoulder strength, a little bit of leg strength, a little bit of arm strength again with some cardio and some squats. So that's closer to full body. Then we're going to hit the core with 2 exercises. Then we're going to jump over here. And the next 3 stations are going to be cardio based.
His body style is good count.
Was a rock. My body.
This is my passion. Mountain climbers. I know we're climbing something. Mountain climbers, and then Versa climber, and then the step up, and that's gonna end the session. This is my passion.
Was a rocket. My body.
Keith Thurman, since the age of 7, has only had one job in life, and that's boxing. This is where I put my blood, my sweat, my tears. This is why I wear red, white, and blue every time I fight. Boxing is my American dream come true.
I didn't just feel like I let myself down. I felt like I let Ben Getty down. And for those who don't know who Ben Getty is, he was the man who trained me from the age of 7 to the age of 20 when he passed away.
This is my passion.
When you see Keith Thurman, you can go back and watch some of my fights. You'll see Ben Getty on my trunks.
This is my passion.
By the time I was 14, 15 years old, he said, "You are gonna be champion of the world."
This is my passion.
I let this man down. He sacrificed 13 years of his life for me to be the champion that I become. And that was a moment, a pinnacle moment in my career. And to fall that short should have been a moment of glory. It was painful.
Was a rocket. My body.
This is my passion.
This is my presidential campaign, baby. I am back. Keith One-Time Thurman is back. The welterweight division is back. Because without me, yo, it's been whack. This is my presidential campaign, baby. I am back. Keith One-Time Thurman is back. The welterweight division is back. Because without me, yo, it's been whack.
This is my passion. Being on Fox Network is my American dream come true. Entertaining the fans, getting criticism from all those other people, all that clickbait material is my dream come true. So I don't hate on the haters. I appreciate that they still have time to talk about me, you know? I appreciate that they doubt me, because your doubt motivates me. I do this for you, I do this for me, I do this like Martin Luther King because I'm living a dream.
Yeah. Is you ready for me? 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 Nigga. Spotless. Check it. Check it. Is you ready for me? Is you ready for me? This ass gon' go right here. Yeah. Line 'em up. Yo, I pull up in a throwback car, gray 7-8 with the top that's hard. I'm finna paint it back, send it on black tires. Fuck a backseat, got its own backyard. Niggas act hard, try to put a Mac card. Stunt in front of they dame, they playin' back far. Cause they get they ass kicked in front of they chick. And the niggas that they was with dip, ain't that a bitch? Young Keys flow under the weather, come through something real big under the leather. Lil' mama, get your mind out the gutter. I'm talking about that 9, motherfucker. I grind like a hustler, CDs, tapes, the weed, whatever the case may be. I chase that cheese and never ever face Lil' P. Now watch how I lace Lil' P. Here we go. Niggas know what's up. Sick flow, sick beats, finna blow us up. Thick hoes, thick freaks, finna blow us up. Hit dro, hit sweets, niggas know what's up.
Can't hold me down.
Niggas know what's up.
My click is down.
Niggas know what's up.
Can't hold me down.
Niggas know what's up.
My click is down.
I pull up with a throwback dime. She say she 25, she at least 29. But man, them hips on her, lips on her, finna let it rip on her, flip on her, then dip on her. This is for them classy chicks, them undercover nasty chicks, them trashy chicks. Ain't scared to flash me quick. Oh, look at that ass, she thick. I can't let you pass me, miss. Off the chain, Young Keys spitting hot flows off the brain. Holla at me when you're ready to get off the lanes. And on some real shit, I'm the one you deal with, feel me? Run game like Diddy in the marathon. Get shitty, drop 50 on the marijuana. Either give me 4 ducks or pearl swans. Young Keys, S and I Don. Niggas know what's up. Sick flow, sick beats, finna blow us up. Thick hoes, thick freaks, finna blow us up. Hit dro, hit sweets, niggas know what's up.
Can't hold me down.
Niggas know what's up.
My click is down.
Niggas know what's up.
Can't hold me down.
Niggas know what's up.